Hey guys, welcome back to the Goon Hub. The hosts of Fresh and Fit podcast was recently on Off the Record with DJ Akademik with guest Brittany Renner. I'm so tired of this. All but Myron knew that she would be there. And I think this was done on purpose, and mainly by DJ Akademik. Maybe he didn't want him prepared to rip her to shreds, because of course everyone has rules on their podcast, and if she was on theirs, she would leave there crying. Brittany Renner pretends to be a tough nut to crack, but she's really sensitive. She really does care about what people think of her and takes it very seriously. Myron had to contain himself as to not disrespect another person's guest, because that's the trap everyone is waiting for. You don't want anyone being disrespectful on your podcast, but you'll do it to another. So I think he did know not to make that mistake. But I'm not on anyone's platform, so I'll tell it like it is. When she asked him what kind of girl he thinks she is, I find that hilarious because I could think of tons, and I mean literally tons of red flags men should avoid.
I think you know more about me than I do myself. So you're saying... No, obviously you do, though, because you said that you warn guys about girls like me. So tell me about girls like me.
Forget about the gags on them. Allow me to. See, Brittany Renner is the type of woman that will find pleasure in telling the world not to judge her. But sorry, love, that would be like walking up to a lion, hoping that is domesticated because it wanders freely among us. And I find that statement very hypocritical because they have no problem judging men on what they look like. A woman will look at a man head to foot and immediately decide if he's going to be worth her time or not. So why are we not allowed to do the same? So to answer your question, Miss Renner, what do you think men think about when they see women acting like this? So like I said, it can be a huge friendly cat, but guess what it has the potential to do? So this is why they get offended. They don't want men teaching other men how to deal with sidewalk creatures. When women use the words "do not judge me," you have to understand what they're trying to do. In her case, she's trying to excuse her dirty deeds as just her job. That's not who I am. Apparently she doesn't know that what you practice, you become good at. Now here she is trying to justify that lie.
Instead of saying, this girl is a this man is a
They pretend not to be bothered by them, but this proves that they really don't like labels. But also, I can guarantee that those are labels she's used in her past. For trashing both men and women she had a problem with.
She is not wife material. I can't take him seriously based on what he's done. What you need to say is, you are too conditioned by society to see someone for who they are outside of their experiences. What you need to say is you are too insecure to deal with the reality of someone.
In her mind, the word insecure should make us feel like little boys. But what she doesn't realize is that she just gave us a reason not to date women with past trauma. Women like this have so much baggage that they don't know that they don't have to scream at you to get their point across. That's because they're not used to dealing with men that find them valuable. A woman that a man respects does not have to yell at him to get what she wants.
Not judge them and place these labels on them simply because it's uncomfortable for you. I don't care about what a man has done before me. Baby, I already know you done ran trains on girls. I know you probably had threesomes, foursomes, fivesomes, sixsomes.
And this is the problem with most women today. They want men not to care about the things that they don't care about. In other words, we should be attracted to the same things that they are. While she may not care that her partner have contracted tons of diseases in his past, have kids she may not know about, or is desensitized due to the amount of poon he's slayed. Us men, we do care about the type of man our girlfriend have been with, because it does give us insight on the type of woman she is. It's gonna be harder for a woman who have been around the block consistently to have a good relationship with any man. A promiscuous woman is always thinking about what she's missing out on, so she's never satisfied. Meagan Good is back on the streets, no surprise there. She couldn't pretend not to be what she really is any longer.
Every day, every week, I don't care. I have one question. Are you trying to out of me? With all that experience, what's good? Because you need to make this behave, okay?
And that's her problem. Women prefer men to have sexual experience. But for men, when we're considering a relationship, we'd prefer a woman to have little to none. Because it affects their psyche and we don't want to deal with the problems another man caused.
You're not special, you're like other girls. That's the key.
I'm not special.
Like, you're like other women that are
So
like,
what makes you special then?
I never said I was. But you're trying to say, well, what makes me different from, like, a lot of women operate the way you do.
And how do I operate?
This is how provocative women are. She's just trying to get him to say something out of line so she can go crying to woke Twitter in hopes that their channel will get mass flagged. Everyone on this panel knows this tactic.
In general, what I just said before, women, it's a dance between the two genders. Men are trying to get sex. Women are trying to get resources, time, attention, whatever it is that they're looking for. And a lot of girls play the game better than guys. We talk about this openly on our podcast. And we're teaching guys how to not necessarily get finesse and get what they want out of girls, which a lot of the times is intimacy, but they're not able to get it. But girls are easily able to obtain money, time, resource, attention, whatever it is. Girls are running laps around dudes, which is why podcasts like ours exist.
Do you believe that Brittany has been effective in extracting, as you say, time, resources, and other things out of dudes?
Yeah, to a degree, sure. Yeah. I mean, like, a lot of girls want to do. I mean, well, here's the thing. You've been so adamant about me being incorrect, and I don't know, and you don't know me, and all this other stuff. Tell me then. Maybe we're off. Who knows?
Well, I think, first of all, let's bring it back a couple notches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So there's really a lot to unpack here, because my first question to you is, what do you gain from telling girls that they're not special? How does that make you feel?
My answer to that would be, those who think they are have a sense of entitlement. The kind of entitlement that leads to a bad attitude. Brittany Renner is the type of woman that thinks she deserves the best because of how she looks, not understanding that the type of man she's interested in. There are 1,000 women that looks just like her, competing for just one of those guys. If you're a guy in a relationship, I guess it's okay to let your woman feel like she is just a step above the rest. But Brittany Renner is a type that wants to be treated special by every guy. And you can't get more delusional than that.
I mean, I know everything is a joke, but I'm asking you a real question. So how does that make you feel? Because if I say that does something for me, right? If I insult you, or if I tell you you're not special, you're forgettable, what does that do for me? No, but that doesn't. But that's what I'm saying. No, but I'm saying, what if I call you? If I just say that. Again, you're forgettable. That's why I didn't want to do you guys' podcast. Forgettable. Hate the setup. The name is underwhelming. I didn't really see the value in it.
No, you chose not to go there because you would be just another chick. They've had chicks on there that looks a lot better than you are. And on top of that, you won't get to run your mouth and not be checked like you are on this one. You don't want to be on their show because some of the girls would disagree with your crap. And you will get roasted by their members in the super chats. So it's not that you don't want that clout. You're just a sensitive little brat.
Like, I know that for people to be dragging you guys and say, take this little clip and say that's who you are, that's not true. So that's why I sat down and had this conversation. I'm not here to degrade you. So when you make comments, I'm saying when you make comments like, oh yeah, no women are special. So no woman is special, but yet you guys have a whole podcast dedicated how to get women.
What does having a podcast telling men how to get what they want have to do with telling women they're special? How beneficial would it be for us to go around treating every woman like a wife? All you'd have to do is Google this chick or visit her Instagram page to make an assumption on who she is. Women today want to be able to portray themselves a certain way, but have the nerve to get upset when they're treated accordingly. See, what she's not getting is that red-pilled men are labeled on their beliefs. No one is trying to hear their story to understand why they have these views. But when it comes to Brittany Renner, don't look at the outer her, look at her heart. That's who she really is, which I say is bullcrap. Anyway, I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm gonna end it right here. Link in description. Go see this madness for yourself. Like and share the video. I want to thank you for watching, and as always, be well.